Have you ever had one of those brilliant ideas and just thought, what if? What if you could actually make that idea happen? Well, in this explainer, we're going to look at exactly that. We'll break down the journey from that first little spark of an idea all the way to making a real impact. Let's dive in. So here's what we're going to cover. We'll start with where all great ideas come from. Then we'll get into the difference between dreamers and doers, find out how passion is really the engine for any change, and see how you can use that passion to solve actual problems. And then we're going to wrap it all up by turning the focus onto you and your next big idea. So where does it all begin? Every big change, every new business, every single invention that has ever existed, it all starts in the exact same place. It starts with a simple but honestly a really powerful idea. I love this image of a brain as a light bulb, don't you? It's just perfect. It really captures that aha moment, when an idea just clicks. It's that initial spark that gets you asking that really big question, okay, how can I make a difference? Okay, so you've got the idea, now what? Well, it usually takes two kinds of thinking to bring an idea into the real world. So let's explore the difference between being a visionary and being an entrepreneur. First up, we have the visionary. This is the dreamer, right? The person who looks at the world as it is and sees what it could be. They see possibilities everywhere and feel this real need to find a better way of doing things. And then you've got the entrepreneur. This person is the doer, the builder. They're the one who takes that amazing, exciting vision and says, okay, cool. Now, how do we actually build this? What's the plan? So here's the key difference when you boil it down. The visionary sees the destination, but the entrepreneur is the one who actually draws the map to get there. And hey, remember, you can be the dreamer, you can be the doer, or you can even be both. The real magic happens when these two ways of thinking come together. So a great idea and a solid plan, that's a really powerful combo, but they're missing one absolutely essential ingredient: fuel. And that fuel is passion. Without it, even the most amazing idea in the world can just run out of gas. Your passion is the engine that keeps you going, especially when things get tough. But how do you find it? Well, sometimes it's a journey of discovery, just like it was for a woman named Anna Baker. Anna's story starts in a place that probably sounds pretty familiar to a lot of us. Her family had a plan all laid out for her: go study business, and one day you'll take over the family company. It was, the safe and predictable thing to do. But Anna realized pretty quickly that this path, it just wasn't her path. It wasn't what she was passionate about. So she made a really brave choice to step off that safe route and follow what truly motivated her, even though it was a big risk. And this is just a perfect example of passion in action, right? Her deepest desire was to help people and make a difference, and that motivation led her to a completely different career as a police officer, a job that was a perfect match for her passion. Okay, so let's say you figured out what you're passionate about. What's next? Well, the key is to connect that passion to a real problem in the world. You have to ask yourself, how can the thing I love doing actually help solve something for other people? Think of it like this. The world's problems are all locked doors, and there are a lot of them. But your unique passion, that's the key. It's what allows you to open one of those doors and find a solution that maybe nobody else has ever even seen before. So here's a super simple 4-step guide to help you go from just an idea to real action. First, start with the problem. What's something out there that you really want to fix? Second, think about a solution. How could a business or a project help with that? Third, connect it to your passion. How does this line up with what you love to do? And finally, you get specific. What product or service are you actually going to create? And check this out. Here are some real ideas from other learners using this exact framework. One person saw a problem. There just weren't enough good hotels in their area. So their idea was a beautiful hotel with a spa. Another person saw a safety issue, getting home from nightclubs, and came up with a great service to solve it. See, it's all about that connection, your passion meeting a problem. All right, now let's bring all of this back to you, because this way of thinking isn't just for starting some huge company. Not at all. You can use these same ideas, vision and action, for your own personal goals. I mean, think about it. Learning a language is totally an entrepreneurial journey. Your vision is to speak English fluently, right? And your plan is all the studying and practicing and goal setting you do. In a way, you are the entrepreneur of your own learning. This table shows a really simple way to map out your plan. Just pick a skill you want to get better at. First, be totally honest about where you are right now. Then, define your ideal situation. Where do you want to be? And then, this is the most important part. Decide what you're willing to do about it. That's how you close the gap between where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. And the real key to success is commitment. Aiming for 100%, that's what separates the people who just dream about things from the people who actually do them. That full commitment is what really drives progress. So we end right where we started, with a question for you. Whether your next big project is a new business, something for your community, or just mastering a new skill, like English, you have what it takes to make a difference. The only question left is, what problem are you going to solve next? Thanks so much for tuning in.